This channel's real, this channel's about documenting, this channel's about talking, having an open opinions. And let's get started. Say whoa, say whoa. Say whoa. Head of a horse, the body of a man. Unidentified flying object. Welcome back to another video. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is me, Do Not Obey, and let's just jump right into this. Now this is the Hammersmith ghost murder case of 1804. Now it says from November 1803, a number of people in Hammersmith area claim to have seen some ghosts attacking people of their town. Local people said that the ghost of a man who had committed suicide the previous year and that had been buried in the Hammersmith churchyard was the culprit. The contemporary belief was that suicide victims should not be buried in consecrated grounds, as their souls would not have been at rest. The apparition was described as being very tall and dressed all in white, but it was also to wear a calf-skin garment with horns and large glass eyes at other times. Stories about the ghost soon began to circulate. Two women, one elderly and one was pregnant, were to report to have been seized by the ghost on separate occasions while walking near the churchyard. They were apparently so frightened that both died from shock a few days afterwards. Talking about scared by a ghost. Next, a brewer's servant, his name was Thomas Groom, later testified while walking through the churchyard with a companion one night, close to 9 p.m., something rose from behind a tombstone and seized him by the throat. Hearing the scuffle, his companion turned around, at which the ghost gave them a twist, it says, and they saw nothing. So I guess when they turned around, the ghost was turned around, and I guess it just dissipated before the companion could see what was going on. On December 29th, a man named William Grider, you know I mess up names, a night watchman, saw the ghost while near Beaver Lane and gave it a chase. Now that's a brave man. The apparition threw off its shroud and managed to escape. I wonder if that was really an apparition. With London not having an organized police force at the time, and as many people were much frightened, according to William, several citizens formed armed patrols in hopes to apprehending the ghost. How are we going to shoot a ghost? Wood. Now, at the corner of Beaver Lane, while making his rounds, at around 10:30 p.m. on the 3rd of January, 1804, William met one of the armed citizens patrolling the area, a 29-year-old officer named Francis Smith. Armed with a shotgun, Smith told William he was going to look for the supposed ghost. William called the hour at 11 p.m. and that they would take the ghost if possible. Then they went their separate ways. Just after 11 p.m., Smith encountered Thomas Millwood, a bricklayer who was wearing the normal white clothing of his trade. Linen trousers, entirely white, washed very clean, a waistcoat of flannel, apparently new, very white, and an apron, which he wore around him. Millwood had been heading home from a visit to his parents and sister, who lived in Black Lion Lane. According to Anne Millwood, the bricklayer's sister, immediately after seeing her brother off, she heard Smith challenge him, saying, "Damn you! Who are you and what are you? Damn you! I'll shoot you." After which Smith shot him in the left of the lower jacket and killed him. Now, my thing is, if this was a ghost, not to be funny, but if you've seen somebody walk out a ghost, hug a ghost, see the ghost off, I don't think that was a ghost. After hearing the shot, William and Smith's neighbor One John Locke, together with a George Stowe, met Smith, who appeared very much agitated. Upon seeing Millwood's body, the others advised Smith to return home. Meanwhile, a constable arrived at the scene and took Smith into custody. Yeah. Millwood's corpse was carried to an inn where a surgeon named Mr. Flower examined the body on January 6th and pronounced death to the man of wounds of a gunshot. The trial of Francis Smith. Smith was tried for willful murder. The deceased wife, Mrs. Fulbrook, stated that she warned him to cover his white clothing with a greatcoat as he had already been mistaken for the ghost on previous occasions. I totally would have listened. On Saturday evening, this is what she's saying. On Saturday evening, he and I were at home, for he lived with me. He said he had frightened two ladies and a gentleman who were coming along the terrace in a carriage, for that the man said he dared to say, "There goes the ghost," that he said he was no more of a ghost than he was, and asked him, using a bad word, to basically leave him alone, and that he did not want to punch him in the head. I begged him to change his clothes, Thomas says. Mrs. Fulbrook's testimony at the Old Bailey trial started with her sister testifying that although Smith had called on her brother to stop or he, would be shot, Smith fired the gun almost immediately, didn't even give him a chance. Despite a number of declarations of Smith's good character, the Chief Judge, Lord Chief Baron MacDonald, advised the juror that malice was not required of murder, merely an intent to kill. The Lord Chief Baron observed that Smith had neither acted in self-defense nor shot Millwood by accident. He had not been provoked by the supposed apparition, nor had he attempted to apprehend him, so he wasn't in any danger. He just seen a threat and did what he did. Kind of reminds me of what's going on today. Millwood had not committed any offense to justify shooting the person, and even if supposed ghost that had been shot, it would not have been accepted. Frightening people while pretending to be a ghost was not a serious felony, but a far less serious misdemeanor, which makes sense. I mean, I'm just saying at the end of the day, just because he's frightening people and he scares some people, that doesn't mean you have to shoot them, right? Or if he mistakenly frightens people without even knowing he's frightening them, that's still not a reason for people to get shot. I'm just saying. The judge closed his remarks by reminding the jury that the previous good character of the accused meant nothing in this case. MacDonald directed the jury to find the accused guilty of murder if they believed the facts presented by the witness. After considering for an hour, the jury returned with a verdict of manslaughter. MacDonald informed the jury that the court could not receive such a verdict, as that they must either find Smith guilty of murder or acquit him. Smith believed Millwood was a ghost was irrelevant. The jury then returned with a verdict of guilty. After passing, the customary sentence of death, MacDonald said that he intended to report the case to the king, who had the power to commute the sentence. The initial sentence of hanging was to be judged, and it says that, so basically the man ended up dying. At the end of the day, if he was a ghost and he got shot, at least he would have lived, because I don't believe we can shoot specters, right? But because people are so paranoid and they're so quick to just take an end and not just try to see, and I don't know. I just wanted to do this story because as I was reading it, it started reminding me of the times that's going on today. I mean, it's been going on. It really never stopped for a lot of cultures, throughout history. It's just right now I guess we all can relate. We are looking at stuff and seeing things. And, it just kind of makes you look at hysteria, and, fear kills. And sometimes people look scary to other people because maybe they've been told that, or You know, maybe that's just their environment was not those other people. So don't let fear get in the way of you getting to know ghosts or goblins or humans. Okay, guys? And I hope you enjoyed the video. And like I always say, do not obey. Stay woke. Peace.